Hello everyone. Our next topic is significance of principles of management. That is, what is the role of principles of management? Why we are need to follow the principles? Why we are need to prepare the principles? This is very relevant, and we need to show whatever the relevance as well as where it can be worked as a principles of management. So let's discuss with its significances, its points. First of one is that providing managers with the useful insights into reality, means whenever you form any principles, any organizational goals or policies or guidelines, then you need to follow some reality situations, that whenever you decided the principles, you need to understand whatever the reality or whatever the real circumstances can come, or whatever the real circumstances had already we had faced through. We need to know about the all kind of situations where we can find or where we can form our principles and policies. Principles will enable managers to learn from past mistakes and conserve time by solving recurring problems quickly. What is this? Principle is always based on management's past mistakes as well as past experiences. I can say either these experiences are failed or succeed, you are succeed. Then if they are failed in their experiments, then don't follow the same kind of principles or policies in further. But whenever you succeed in same kind of principles or policies, then I must say you have to go further with your principles. Next is optimum utilization of resources and effective administration. What does that mean? Before using your resources or before using your principles, or you have to decide whether my resources are optimally utilized or not. Optimal utilization means optimum utilization. What do you mean by optimum utilization? Means to give your best production with the minimum cost, best profit, maximize profit at least resources, at least time, at least cost. They all start with the optimum utilization of resources. By optimum utilization of resources, we mean that resources should be put in such a manner that they should give maximum benefit with the minimum cost. Maximum benefit should be given at minimum cost. Next, scientific decisions. All the decisions made for a principle making, or made for a policy, or made for a formulation of any strategy, it should be applicable at each and every organization and every member of an organization. So it should be generally accepted by all. See here, decisions must be based on facts, thoughtful and justifiable in terms of intended purposes. Means all the decisions, all the principles are made only on the basis of different human persons, as well as the rules and regulations are so called so justifiable. They need a proper reason. They don't be like कुछ भी चलेगा, कुछ भी नहीं चलेगा. Sir, you have to follow some rules and regulations, and strict rules and regulations. Like for an example, in case of your organization's parking, you had decided to set a biometric at parking, so that whenever he or she came in our organization, he had to punch his thumb, and then we will get to know whether he or she is in time or not. These are some kind of policies or guidelines you need to follow. You need to check whether they are going good or not. You need to check whether our employee are on time or not. So they are basic examples. Management decisions taken on the basis of principles are free from bias and prejudice. What does that mean, bias and prejudice? My dear friends, whenever you form any principles and policies, it can't be dependent on a particular person or followed for only a particular single person, or dependent on such person only. It should be followed to each and everyone. So it needs a complete biasness as well as complete independent, so that all the policies, all the decisions taken by management is equal for all, and all the organization's employees are shocked about, are very normal, that they know what if they won't be achieve the targets, what if the result that my company will send me out, or what if I didn't achieve the target, then my company will terminate, will give me elimination, that leave your job, something, etc. Next is meeting the changing environmental requirements. What does that mean? That our principles are very fixed or flexible, As we discussed, principles are flexible to the environment. Whenever our situations or environment or techniques or technologies or guidelines or issues or problems changed, our principles are changed simultaneously just to achieve organizational objectives on time. Management and principles are flexible to adapt to dynamic business environment. Next, fulfilling social responsibility. Yeah, this is the main thing. By following the principles in today's scenario, organizations don't need to earn only profits only. They also have to manage their social responsibilities, their society, their work to the society, as well as if they are working hard, then they have to work for society. Some good efforts, some like in case of corporate stuff, we need to pay a CSR, corporate social responsibility, and minimum amount reserve which can be given by companies, or for example Tata Steel or other company, as in like Tata Steel, Mukesh Ambani, Lijjat Papad, all the organizations or all the companies have brought some good things in their society. They are building any specified city, specified location, they are providing them facilities like hospital, electricity, rural to urban areas, to building homes. They, all the big organizations are giving their help, their contribution to the society. It is mandatory from nowadays that all the organization has don't only earn profits for themselves only. They need to earn profits as well as serve to society, as well as serve their social responsibilities too. Okay, let's see. The increased awareness of public forces, businesses, especially limited companies, to fulfill their social responsibilities by creating value to customers, care for environment, etc. Value to customers as in you are deciding, you are selling a product to a customer. Now what do you think? Your work is over yet? No, my dear. You have to take a proper feedback of customer, whether he or she is satisfied with you or not. If he is satisfied, then ask her to suggest our company or our product to his or her friends or not. As well as if he is not satisfied with our product, then please suggest us what are the requirements, what are the changes we need to be done. They all should be asked with you. Let's say for example, if you had ordered your food at Zomato, okay, then whatever it is done, that whenever the food came on time as well as a good quality, whatever you expected, and the worth for price, then you give it 5-star rating. But whenever you think about the food came to you and this is not based on up to the quality of your product, or whatever you think that such kind of portion is, such kind of quality I got achieved, but that won't come, it won't be worth for your price, then what you all do? You all do the feedback, you all give the feedback on Zomato that this particular restaurant, this particular cafe don't have enough quantity, appropriate quantity or quality of goods, we can't buy or we can't eat it there, this is not hygienic, this is too costly, this is not worthy, something like that. They all kind of suggestions and rewards are appreciated as well as marked and observed by the organization and its management. Okay. Next, management training, education and research. Yeah, this is also very important significance in our life, as in case of any organization's management, we need to understand whether manager is a qualified or not, he is having a basic knowledge, experiences or not. Like in case of IIM, in case of MBA, managers doing MBA from IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, they are learning some experiences, they are gaining some training purposes, they are gaining some real life experiences, like they must have at least 6 months for training, that go for work and give your training certificate that you worked in this country, this company, as well as you worked this kind of portion, this kind of service you had provided, you have to give. This is a mandatory part of IIMs. This is also mandatory part in BBA as well as MBA, all kind of MBAs, BBA in course also. Why they are doing so much stuff in providing training, education and experience? Why we need all this? This is already because whenever you go through a management in a company, whenever you be a part of a management in a company, then you need to decide whether my personal experience, personal knowledge is applicable to this company, I can grow my company or not, I can achieve targets or not, I can help my company or organization's employees to achieve their targets or not. So it all belongs with manager, that manager should be a personally qualified and knowledgeable as well as experienced person too. Their own, after only he or she can set your principles and decided rules and regulations. Okay my dear, thank you.